Let me see.
That is, see, that's how Grandma wants me to.
Grandpa, yes.
Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot the end.
Grandpa. Yeah, Grandpa.
Ooh.
Yeah. She forgot it. It was accidental. Oh.
That's why I said you're my famous speller. Oh, I thought you were talking about the birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandpa. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Yo!
Alrighty, we watched Opie play for a little bit, watched Jax chill out, went over to Dad's house, Mom and Dad's house for the birthday party. Dad is 70. Rock on, old man. We stopped down to the pharmacy, got our crazy pills to keep us from violently killing people. Now let's run up to Sioux City, get our running done. Run up to North Sioux City, get our shot, and then we can go do some trucking. We are going to be heading for Frontenac, Kansas, where we will do a drop, and then we'll move up to Lecompton, Kansas is where we will go after we drop that one down there. We'll talk more about that later on, but right now I need to run up to Sioux City. We're going to stop and buy some new air filters for first class, and then like I said earlier, we're going to go over and up to North Sioux City and get another epidural injection put into my back. You know, I try not to whine and complain about road construction much anymore, because anything it takes to make the highways better, I'm a huge plus of. But Interstate 29 here in Iowa, it has an issue. Every year it puts these cones out, right? You see the pretty cones? And they're on both sides. They knock the speed down to 55 miles per hour, and you're like this for about 20 miles, and nothing is being done. You will drive this entire 20 miles and see nothing. There's nothing. It's like it's just purely for traffic control, because there's nothing being done. So I mean, has anyone ever run into that out there on the road? I mean, more than just like Indiana has a tendency, Illinois has a tendency to do that, but eventually you'll see some road work there within a couple days or something. But Iowa, when we come back up through here in a couple days, these will probably be down and not there. But there's just nothing ever being done. Our next magic trick of the day is going to be trying to find a place to put my semi. There's a gas station right there, but it's completely full of people. That sign right there says not a through street, which I know it's not a through street because there's a very busy parking lot straight ahead of me. I think if I parked it just right on the street and then used that driveway right there to turn around in, I just know I don't want to go into their parking lot because it is a zoo in there. If that was their parking lot, it'd be great, but that's a hotel parking lot and I don't think they want me in there at all. Let's just stop right here. gives me the chance to go back there and find that squeak we have going on in the sleeper. It's the couch. All my bedding and everything is thrown on the couch right now because I just threw everything back in the truck. And when you put weight on it and you're going down the road, and if it's not a lot of weight, it'll just sit there and squeak. So every once in a while you gotta lift it up and slam it down, and then it doesn't squeak anymore. We're getting our injection right over there. If you're new to the channel, I have some back things going on, and I got this shot probably, what's it been, 3-4 months, at least 3 months ago, I think. Maybe 4, I don't know. I don't keep track. All I know is my back's hurting and my legs are numb again, so I go back over there, they do this little injection, and everything seems to go away for a while. It's always that little stick and a burn that gets you with these epidural floods. That's just the numbing thing, concept of it. I remember before I started doing this epidural flood thing, I did something where they gave me 2 shots in each side and it went straight to the nerves. I wanted to scream because those 2 hurt. This one's not too bad, not too bad at all. Give it a couple days and legs won't go numb anymore, and we'll be able to move around a little better. This is what I found it works for me, and this is the route I take. There's a lot of different, I don't want to go into it. We used to talk about back stuff all the time, didn't we, guys? It was pretty ugly there for a little bit. I remember once coming here and I couldn't even walk 10 feet at a time. I had to stop every 5 feet and try to stand. Then I'd go 5 feet, try to stand. It was miserable there for a while. So how many of you actually thought I was going to go to McDonald's? Because that was right beside where we parked. Nope, I felt like some Chinese today. Our tummy is full. We have our trailer. 42,000 pounds of pork bellies is what we are hauling down to Frontenac, Kansas. I know a lot of you don't like candles, but let's get on the realistic team here. if you rock the truck, hit a bump in any big manner whatsoever, the wax will put the candle out. So let's not get too worried about it. All right, Frontenac, Kansas is exactly 400 miles or 401 mile from where we are sitting right here in Sioux City, Iowa. We should get down, well, JIPUS says we should get down there around 9:30 p.m. So it'll be 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. It'll probably be around 11:30 p.m. by the time we get down there. And I think I said earlier we are dropping this one off and picking up an empty one once we get down there as well. You cannot count on good friends to give you sage advice. That was my fortune cookie from the Chinese restaurante. I don't even know what the word sage means. So it must be bogus if you don't know what the word sage means. I think the seat is kind of messing with that injection part where they put that injection in. My fan was making noise. And so I'm just going to stand up for a little bit and just relax for a couple minutes, and then we'll get back underway. No fudge in these hands. Oh, Missouri. There's something about the Midwest states people don't really estimate for us. We have literally the best sunsets, in my opinion, throughout the entire beautiful United States of America. My opinion, I know, some of you are going to argue. The truck is filthy. Usually I'd say we're going to go get it washed. Not only did I not get fudge, I'm going to hold strong. Washing it 2 times a week is too much. I'm just going to not wash it. We're not going to wash it. Be honest. How many of you thought that the next clip was going to be me at a truck wash? Ooh, I've developed a hole. Hello, everybody. Look at my toe. My toe is saying hello to you. Hello. Yeah, I know. Dork. You don't need to tell me. I already know these things. And also, yes, I know, that's a pair of insulated socks. It is the last time for wearing them. And, well, it was in the 40s when I started my day, and my feet were cold, so I put them on. It's actually warmed up quite a bit. We're up to 65 degrees. Still not as warm as what I want it to be, but it is still warm enough. My toe. I think I'm buying my socks too little, because that's the second pair of socks this year. Actually, you know what? This is the second pair of insulated socks that I wiped out this year. Their toes just aren't built strong, because my toenails are short. It's just pokes through. It's a pokey thing. It beeped. You guys didn't hear it, but it really did beep. I like hot pockets, and hot pockets like me. We're gonna put our towel back in here because it rattles if you don't. All right, I know we're stopping a lot, but here's the thing. Where I got that little injection in my back, it's right on my tailbone, or the lower part of your back is where it was, and it just happens to be rubbing just right on the seat. So that requires the stop, stand up, and it works out okay because I can get my hot pockets, and I like hot pockets. That thing says we have 79 miles left of our journey, and luckily that thing is right on the money. About 79, 80 miles left of our journey. See? There's a reason I didn't wash it. I knew randomly that a storm was going to pop up out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Oh, look at that. It's stopping now. And it rains for about 5 miles. And if I would have washed it, it would have been a complete waste of money because it rained for 5 miles. And now there's nothing in sight around us. We haven't had to break out the booties in a while. But this place has an insane amount of crushed white rock. That's gonna require booties. Come on. There we go. Until this rainy streak gets done that we've been in for the past 2 weeks, I better just leave the booty pile out. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time seeing the booties, no, they're not waterproof. They are, well, just like what the doctors wear, nurses wear at hospitals. They're completely, all they do is basically keep the chunks of mud off my boots, and it keeps the mud from getting in between the treads of the boots, and they're 100%. I throw them away. The minute we get out of this truck, before we get back into it, they're in a ball and they don't exist. And some of you are going to say, if you're new to the channel, why don't you wear rubbers over your boots that way? Rubbers you have to keep around. You have to find a place for. You have to have a designated spot. These, I throw them away. And I'm a door swinger. Now, if I had a job that required getting muddy or hauling cattle or whatnot, I would have a designated spot for said boots. I like clean floors. This is what it takes. That being said, I'm waiting for the shag truck to leave for he doesn't see me get out with them on. Now we get to drive at about 5 miles per hour all the way down to the empty line because I don't want to throw all that mud all over the back of my sleeper. First Class is not a shiny truck. By no means is it a pretty truck in the wise of paint, polished or anything or whatnot. But my arch enemy is mud. I don't like mud. Check this out. The empty is on concrete. We don't got to worry about getting muddy there.